Well, there it is, Fletcher's All. Let's go check it out. What an incredible rock. It's amazing, isn't it? It's a rhyolite and trachyite volcanic plug, millions and millions of years old. You know, evolutionists try to tell us that living things evolve through just blind chance, through billions and billions and trillions of years. It's anyone's guess. But have you ever asked the question, how did non-living things evolve? We know there are over 100 different elements on this earth. How would our world be if we had no gold, silver, lead, tin, antimony, zinc? All of these amazing non-living things. How did they come into being? And the laws that govern their very being, the way that they cleave, the various properties of the elements and the rocks themselves that they exist in. How did they come about? Was there mummy and daddy gold? Was there mummy and daddy silver? Mummy and daddy lead? Antimony? Zinc? Uranium? Come on. Evolution is crazy when you think about it. Non-living things had to come into being perfectly the very first time by an all-wise creator God. One who was the great designer, one who was the great engineer, the one who was the great creator, the one who brought it into being and gave it life and then sustained all of this incredible creation, both living and non-living. You know, billions of years ago, God created the universe. He created all the incredible astral bodies, the stars and the quasars, the galaxies. And then later at the Adamic creation, He placed the sun and the moon in their correct orbits and the earth to orbit around the sun. You know, without the 117 elements on the periodic table and the compounds that they form, no living things would be able to gain their sustenance, to live. Everything depends on everything else. Everything depends on the wonderful systems that God has designed. God is the great creator, the great designer, the great life giver. The non-living things produce the nourishment for the living things. Without the inorganic, the organic could not exist. It all had to come into being at the same time. God has made so many wonderful systems that sustain life on this earth. The nitrogen cycle, the oxygen carbon dioxide cycle, photosynthesis. He creates all living things out of the rocks and the dirt of this earth, including you and me. Man and woman was made from the dust of the ground, and to the dust we will return, until we await the resurrection, when Jesus Christ returns and His faithful will rise from their graves, and those that are living will rise to meet Christ in the air. And Christ will come back to this earth with 10,000s of His saints, as the Bible says. And He will establish His government upon this earth. And of His government and of His kingdom there will be no end. The first stage will be 1,000 years of rule over the nations on this earth. For more information on this subject, why not ask for your free copy of the Good News magazine? You can obtain this by phoning our free call number or checking out our website at the end of this video.